Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and welcome to my 12 characters I want added into Mortal Kombat 12. I got all kinds of weird stipulations to get into, but before that, I am part of the Benverse, which is a collection of a bunch of different channels, and I'll have their names in the description. Go check them out. It's just a group of channels that got together to honor a friend that we lost this year. So, well, kind of ended last year, but yeah. All right. So let's do this. So, yeah. Welcome to my 12 returning characters and quote new characters I want in Mortal Kombat 12. New. I'll get into all the rules, but before we start, this is my first Mortal Kombat video besides my every Mortal Kombat character's Pokemon type video. So you can go check that out. It's exactly what it sounds like. I come up with Pokemon typing and moves for every Mortal Kombat character. But now I'm getting back into Mortal Kombat just to kind of throw out my ideas for characters to bring into 12. Okay, so let's talk rules because they get goofy. So I picked ones or characters that are not normally on every roster. A rule that I made is they have to be in 0 or 1 at the most of the last 3 Mortal Kombat games. They need to be somewhere in the lore, no non-canon movies and comics included. So I'm going to bring in new characters, but there are characters from kind of, movies and comic books and things like that. This is not a list for everybody. This is a very goofy list. This list is in jest. This is just kind of like me spitballing and having fun. So if you disagree with it, cool. That's probably a good thing. It's a really weird list. So how about you give me a list of some of your characters in the comments and don't be a jerk about it because I know this is a weird list. And also, I said they can't be in any, if one at the most of the last 3 games. So that is Mortal Kombat 9 or the reboot, whatever you want to call it, Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11. They can only be in one of those, right? So here's a big list of people who can't be on it that, of course, I want in, right? It's all the normal ones, okay? And yeah, they're all great characters. I do have, literally all these characters are great. And if you want all these guys in the next game, I completely agree. I especially like Kotal Khan. Put Kotal Khan in there. He's my man in 2011. Mortal Kombat 11. You couldn't play Mortal Kombat 11 in 2011. Okay, so none of those characters will be on this, right? They don't meet the qualifications because, of course, I want them in. This is supposed to be interesting and cool characters to bring in and it'd be fun to involve them into the lore, right? So I got 12. It's Mortal Kombat 12, so I'm doing 12. Let's get into number 12. First one's gonna get everybody. This is exactly what I mean, right? You guys are gonna be like, who? What? Why? I'll explain all those. The fighting monk from the Mortal Kombat movie in 1990. That's right. The fighting monk who Liu Kang fought in the first Mortal Kombat movie. I figured since he was a fighting monk from Outworld, it would be cool if he was Bo Rai Cho's first student before he started training Earthrealm fighters, and he turned out to be more violent and brutal than Bo wanted, or something, maybe. Maybe get the guy who played him, Hakeem Alston, to do motion capture for him, right? That would be great. So, fighting monk. Okay. It's the dude who he fought in the first one. And I kind of like this backstory, right? Because if you read the page, it's since he fought for Outworld, he's considered an Outworlder. So, literally, it's like Bo Rai Cho, who's from Outworld, right? It's like his first guy. So, we can kind of get like an evil monk type character. So, somebody who fights like Kung Lao Liu Kang, but he's a lot more evil and brutal. I don't know. I thought it was a fun one. If you didn't like that, they're only going to get weirder, guys. All right, let's bring in a character who's actually playable in at least 2. This is in 2 games, but none of them were the last 3. So, Shujinko. Yeah, I know. He's kind of lame, but imagine his fighting style, the combination of other figures' techniques. He could be a ton of fun to use. Plus, he was the main antagonist in his own game, which was Deception. back in the day, and it's time to show this guy some love. Like, he was really disrespected. He got his own game, and the only thing we saw of him in the newest trilogy is in an ending, Cassie Cage beat him up thinking he was Shang Tsung. Lame, right? Come on. I think he's great. I also kind of like the idea of him being like an amalgamation of a lot of different characters. Like, you give him all the different moves that he learned in Deception. I think it would be cool. Bring back Shujinko, okay? He's only my 11. I'm not married to it. All right. Let's keep this really weird list going. It gets weirder. Art Lean. Yeah, I bet you didn't know this guy's name. Screw Cole Young. All right? I don't want Cole Young. I want to bring this guy in. Give him a redemption. They just used him as a jobber against Goro. Art Lean. Yeah, from the first Mortal Kombat movie. Brought in 2 characters from that movie. You don't know what's going on anymore. Crazy stuff, right? So Art Lean, make him like, one of Johnny Cage's friends. And yeah, he's awesome. I want to see Art Lean playable. I'm not kidding. This is all non-ironic. I would love to see any of these characters. I would lose my mind, even if everybody else would go, really? Art Lean? Art Lean! All right. You guys ready? Told you it's getting weirder. The Lin Kuei Grandmaster, Oniro. So he's playable a lot of like Mugins and Mujins or whatever you call them, and he has a name and something. So I'm calling him the Grandmaster, or you can call him Oniro. But whatever, this dude. So Sector's dad, the dude from Mythology's Sub-Zero. I think he could be a blast. Give him some fire magic and teleports, so he's like Scorpion but different. And he's always been around. It's time to make him playable. He's been part of the lore for a very long time. He's mentioned like right away, the Lin Kuei Grandmaster, right? We know he's Sector's dad. Like, he's a big part of the lore, but never get to see him and kind of give him like, like kind of a more magic-y sorcery / one of the ninjas. I think he'd be great. So the Lin Kuei Grandmaster is at 8. So 7, the Chameleon. Oh, wait, 8. Oh, my God. I did this out of order. Oh, my God. I had him behind the Chameleons. Ha-ha! Told you guys, I don't rehearse this. I just do them all in one take. So here's the mistakes. So Lin Kuei Grandmaster is actually my 8. And my 9 are the Chameleons. These guys are awesome. 2 for 1. You can't just have one. You need both. They are too cool to leave back in the MK trilogy and Armageddon. I want them back. Yeah, for real. Bring in the Chameleons. I like that they're the same race as Reptile, and it's ready. So number 8, we already covered. Lin Kuei Grandmaster. Hopefully I don't make that mistake again. All right, number 9. We're getting into it now. I'm not done trolling you guys, but this one's a little less trolly. Gyros. He was only in MK11. He was one of the best parts of MK11. Their best new fighter, in my opinion. All right. Interesting, great design. Work on his backstory to separate him a little from Kronika, and you can make him something special. I love Gyros. And yeah, just kind of separate him a little bit from Kronika if possible. I know people are going to be like, that's impossible. Whatever. It's a video game. They can figure it out. All right. Now, that was 7. Let's get to 6 with Tremor. Yeah, Tremor. Tremor can just be a mainstay for now on. For real. Bringing him in from Special Forces into MKX was pure genius. Now keep bringing him back. Not just because he was so good, but I love the brown palette swap ninja that is an earthbender. Not to mention he's a huge tank. He's awesome. Yeah, this isn't just because he's one of the best characters in the meta in MKX, because he's awesome. Tremor, he's great. The fact they already did what I'm doing with half this list of going back and grabbing a character that's never been in anything that was part of a lore. They did that with Tremor already. Continue bringing Tremor back. All right. Tremor's the best. Okay, that was 6. Let's get to 5. Mocap. Okay, hear me out. He is the video game version of Johnny Cage, right? So he's Johnny Cage's friend Another classic Hollywood actor, but he isn't all glam and spotlight. He's a stunt man, like the Clint Booth for Johnny. I love it, and he needs another go. If you get what I'm saying, so give him the same kind of backstory, like he's Johnny Cage's like best friend, and he's a stunt guy, and he does motion capture and stunt work, but Johnny's like, hey, come to this tournament. You're just as good of a fighter as me. Make him like the Clint Booth from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mocap, I know he's like at the bottom of everybody's worst, or all characters, MK characters ranked. Everyone's got Mocap down at the bottom. Why? He's a joke character. Of course he doesn't have a lot of story, but we give him story. Let's bring him in, right? Mocap. I love Mocap. If that one made you mad, you ain't gonna get any happier, because the next one's even better. We got Hornbuckle. Yes, the green palette swap of Liu Kang. He's in the background in the pit stage fighting Blaze for like ever, and they made Blaze playable character and even a sub boss. It's time to bring in Hornbuckle, the third monk, along with Liu and Kung Lao. Yes, I'm not kidding. Bring in Hornbuckle. It's time. He's been fighting Blaze for too long. Let's bring him in. He's going to do some Hornbuckle stuff. Maybe name him something different. Hornbuckle's not a great name, but it can be like his nickname. All right? His name is like blah, blah, Hornbuckle. Why do they call him Hornbuckle? Oh, you don't want to know. All right, if Mocap got everybody mad, no, it's not Suhao, but this dude is down. I don't have Suhao on this list. This dude is usually down at the bottom of everybody's characters ranked. He is considered one of the worst characters. I don't care. I mean this. My number 3 is Meat. I mean this completely unironically. The skinless monster made in Shang Tsung's flesh pits out of dead bodies. Literally Shang's very own Frankenstein monster. Heck yeah. How is this guy not already a regular? He's awesome. He's more than just a meme. I mean it. I love Meat. And I want Meat I think he's like a great villain. He's like the weird, bring him in. Give him a redemption arc. Whatever. Like, wow, let's bring in Meat. Mocap and Meat are on this list. Don't freak out. It's a joke list. I said we're having fun. Tell me that it wouldn't be great if they brought in Meat and gave him like a personality and a backstory. You guys would be like, wow, they did that. They pulled it off? If they pull it off. All right. You knew this guy was going to be on the list. I'm done with the more joking ones. I'm getting serious now. Takeda. Sorry, Kung Jin. I almost had Kung Jin on this list. I decided on Takeda. Kung Jin, of course, needs to be on. He'd be like my number 13. Sorry, Kung Jin, but I take Takeda over you if I had to pick. Awesome fighting style, cool backstory, great design. He's literally a DBZ fusion dance of Kenshi and Scorpion. He is, and he's great. He's got one of the grossest fatalities. I love Takeda. I can't believe they didn't bring him into 11. I thought that he was like the most liked out of the combat kids, and then they brought him in, or that they would bring him in, but no, he didn't. I'm sure a lot of people don't know where my number 1's going, because usually the number 1 is kind of predictable, but since I was so weird and I brought in some really goofy ideas, I bet you're going to be like, what's he going to say? The Kung Fu master who talked to Johnny Cage, who was really Shang? No, but I thought about it. No, he's number 1 for a reason. He's going to be on everybody's time to bring him back list. It's Havoc. Because it's Havoc. It's one of the coolest characters of all MK, and he hasn't used them. Yes, it's predictable. I'm sure he's on most people's lists, but it's predictable for a reason. The fact that he hasn't been playable since the 3D era is a crime. He's got an amazing fighter style, great design, and a great story. He's the Chaos Cleric. They love Havoc. They use him on all the comics and everything. Bring him into a game. Come on. We haven't seen him forever. There you go. That's my really goofy list. I hope you found it funny and entertaining and goofy, because that's what I was going for. If you got mad, like, I can't believe it. Chill out, man. Take a chill pill. You know that if they pull off any of my weird ideas, yes, even Artleen, even the Fighting Monk, it would be like, okay. Like, I can't believe they went that way. If they pulled off Mocap, he would be on. Everyone would love him if they made him playable and made him a decent character. He was actually pretty decent in the old games in the meta. They made him a decent character. People would be like, dude, that was risky, but I liked it. So there you go. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. If you want any more Mortal Kombat content, let me know. I'm not planning on doing any, I don't have any more on the docket to want to do for Mortal Kombat, but if you guys end up liking it, I might do a little bit more. I'm mostly doing A Song of Ice and Fire, so Game of Thrones stuff and Star Wars stuff. So check that out on my channel. If you want to subscribe, check out some of my nerdy stuff. But yeah, until then, get over here.